What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. A podcast. Can you believe it?
Hi.
It's crazy. We haven't done one of these in forever, so we're going to call this season 2.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. We'll act like it was intentional.
Yeah.
And call this one season 2.
There you go.
Yeah. So, catching up from where we left off. I don't even know what, we left off in September or something.
Wow. It's been that long.
It's been that long.
We're slackers with the podcast.
Well, and I think we didn't really have a direction with it as
Right.
much, and it was ambitious at the time. The timing is perfect now.
Yeah, I think so.
This is what we're doing.
It is.
So what is the podcast, Priscilla? Do you want to put it in your words?
So it's called From AM to PM, which Ace is AM, I'm PM. Cute little play on words there.
Super cute.
One of our subscribers actually came up with the name, and it just talks about us being parents from AM to PM, us being married from AM to PM.
Every day.
And just living life 24/7.
Yeah.
So
I feel like we work from AM to PM.
Yeah, we do.
Everything we do is morning and night. It's just constant. I think that's most families, but it's a fun play on words, and that's pretty much why it works for us. So we talk about life. We talk about marriage. Lots about marriage, I think. It's more of a mature podcast. We might talk about some areas that are more mature themed, not like R-rated stuff. I'm talking like...
I was going to say, man, I don't know if I want to be part of this podcast.
No, I mean, like mature theme stuff, not like so much happy, spunky vlog material as much like we're going to talk about the real.
Yeah, exactly.
So the real right now. Gosh, I and you try to have like substance to what you like, oh, I'm struggling with this. Man, I'm living the best life right now.
Yeah, I am living the best life. But I have to say, yesterday, the kids went back to school for summer break. And we were sitting there, and both of us just got this look on our face, like, of total exhaustion. And I truly feel like we have been just living off of adrenaline for the past 3 months.
No doubt. With our trip to California, and then with closing on this house and doing if you're new here, we just bought this house. But it's been madness.
It's such chaos. So something that you don't realize with Abigail specifically is that we lived in the same house for 7 years. And so it was abified. We had everything in place to make her safe, to make us not go crazy. Everything was perfect.
Well, and that's the biggest thing. I don't feel like there's a lack of safety here in the new house. It's just our sanity is what's not.
Yeah, I mean, she walks downstairs and she has dog shampoo on her. And then the next time she gets into the ashes in the fireplace. And so then she's going through the pantry and you're like, oh, yeah, we have to put a lock on this pantry. Oh, and let's get a yogurt out of the refrigerator. Got to put a lock on there. So I think part of it was we had a plan that we were supposed to move into this house while she was away at camp. And I think it could have really helped a lot of that. And we didn't have any help as far as caregivers for the week that we were moving in here. So we were just kind of surviving.
Yeah.
And so we're starting now to get into the groove. We're starting to put our things into place where we know they need to go. But things like we live in a 100-year-old house. Our door doesn't shut. So we have to use a ratchet strap right now to tie our door to the bathroom door to close them upstairs so that she can't get in there,
She'll get into, face cream and shampoo and stuff like that.
Yeah. So just things like that you really take for granted, I think.
Yeah.
And you just don't think about until you're put in that situation. And it's just hard. It's hard to readjust your brain to think like that again.
Speaking of readjusting brains, like this schedule, I'm loving it. I'm loving it's day 2, right?
Yeah.
But I'm loving more of a schedule, but at the same time, there's not enough hours in the day. I have all these things planned out. My honey-do list is a mile long. It's not really a honey-do list. It's more
an ASA list.
It's my own list of things I find in the house, 100-year-old home again, and there's things I want to fix, and it's just growing and nothing's getting done because we still have work at the same time. Definitely one of the benefits of renting. It's like, hey, this is broken. We need it fixed. Or really when we move into a house, when we're renting, everything's already perfect.
Well, and I thought it was going to be easier because the last time we moved, we worked out of the home, and I thought, oh, this is going to be easier because we're home all day. The problem is you can't have that mindset because we still have to work while we're trying to live in the same place that we're trying to fix up.
Right. The only difference is there is no commute. That's really the biggest difference in working from, we're more flexible, but we still have to get things done.
Right.
And we have to get things done in a different environment. So things are definitely, like, our dining room table's been in a box for like 5 days now, waiting to be put together. So we kind of stand at the island when we eat dinner. The kids sit and Priscilla and I stand. So those are definitely challenges and annoyances. But other than that, I mean, I'm super happy.
Me too. We keep looking at each other like, can you believe this is our house?
I know. I'm blown up. I'm so proud of us.
Yeah.
For our hard work. And I honestly didn't think we would get here.
I told you.
There were moments. Well, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I actually told Asa, I said I had given up on the dream. I'm going to get emotional. Oh, I can't get emotional in podcasts. I had given up on the dream of us owning a home. That was never, it was a dream years ago. And then we kind of just went on with life. And I never really thought about it again. I mean, not really until January of this year.
Wow.
I had just given up on that dream. I was like, I don't want to stress about that anymore. I used to stress about it. And I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. And so then in January, I was like, wow, we could actually buy a house this year. That could be a thing.
Yeah.
And here it is August and we bought a house.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing house.
Then into the home buying process, though, there was even the point where I was like, this isn't going to happen. I kept having that feeling that it wasn't going to happen, that our whole house was packed and it wasn't going to go through. And it just, the struggles, if you're self-employed, you understand the struggles of financing anything really. And, essentially that's what we are as content creators. We are self-employed. So that's a real challenge. And banks think it's still 1927, so they don't understand how people make money, I guess. They just don't get it.
Yeah, it's hard to wrap your brain around. I can understand, but so many people told us how buying a home, it's an awful process, and boy were they right.
Oh.
I was like, for as much money as you're spending, I mean, most of the time, this is the largest purchase people make in their lives.
Yeah. Second worst thing we've been through, I would say. Yeah. As far as that involve lawyers and paperwork and stuff.
But the customer service was just not there. So if you're in the housing industry, please work on your customer service because ours was awful.
It's so key. Communication, customer service, you could make it so much better with quality customer service and communication. The first worst thing we've ever been through with lawyers and paperwork and whatnot was when we sued the school district for our daughter. And that is actually going to be a podcast topic coming up. I think that's a good place for it, because we can still record the video of it, and like we do with all our podcasts. And you okay?
My hair keeps touching my face, and it's making me freak out. And then I'm rubbing my face the whole time. And now my earrings are pushing with the headphones. I'm just a hot mess over here. Okay. I'll get through it.
So we sued the school board, the county. So that's going to be a topic coming up. So look for that. We weren't able to talk about it for a little while, and now we can. Yeah. So that's the big thing. Mm-hmm. But I think this would be a good spot for it.
And we would love to hear from you guys and know, what kind of topics would you like us to talk about on here?
Absolutely.
I know we were going to put up maybe a poll on Instagram or something like that.
Yeah.
So let us know if there's something specific, parenting, husband and wife stuff, things with Isaiah, however, whatever you guys want to know about.
Yeah, we're pretty fluent on ABA therapy and autism related topics. So if you have questions on that, absolutely you can even kind of do a call in on Anchor. Anchor is the app and website that we use to upload our podcast. And through Anchor, it's anchor.fm or the Anchor app. You can actually record kind of like a voicemail for us, asking a question, that kind of thing. So make sure you take advantage of that. And you might even hear your voice on the air. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be super cool.
Yeah. But I think right now, we're just we're kind of cruising. We have to get this schedule down pat where I've got time to put together a kitchen table.
Yeah.
But we're getting there as well. Like I'm not editing till 3 a.m. anymore.
Right. And tomorrow I'm have planned to, which I don't know what day y'all see this, or hear it. I'm going to start my triple P again. So that's exciting. But I also have a few things that I have to work on as far as like Booster Club, just to get us going with that. And you have to help me with that kind of stuff.
I do. I'm the secretary. It's my job.
Yeah. So once we get that going though, it's going to kind of run itself really.
You think?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I do. But we need to get people on board quickly before they lose interest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Priscilla is just the queen of volunteering over here.
Hey, I'm doing much better this year. Come on.
You are.
Help me out.
You are. That's because you're so busy with your job, with Lipstick Mama.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Oh, yeah. So have you talked about your big thing that you have?
What?
Your super big surprise. Have you talked about it?
What super
The meeting you had today.
I can't.
Oh, she can't talk about it.
Non-disclosure.
It's a secret. Okay. All right. Well, we won't talk about that yet.
Yeah, I can't talk about it.
But someday, soon.
You're going to get me in trouble.
Nah. They don't even know what we're talking about.
Okay.
How are they going to be like, you talked about what you can't talk about? No, we didn't. How do you know?
But yeah, so Lipstick Mama is insane right now.
I'm so proud of you with that.
Thanks.
You guys have no idea how hard she works. I mean, it's like, you keep saying, like, I edited you out the other day when you were like, I do this full time. Well, not really. It's more part time. It's pretty much full time. I mean, I know you're not putting in 40 hours a week on it, but you're working hard.
Yeah.
And like all hours of the day.
Yeah. I do.
And night.
Yeah.
Working on it. So it's
so much fun though. I have the best time and I'm meeting the coolest people.
Yeah. I think, it's another one of those jobs. It's just like Fathering Autism. You have the opportunity to help other people and sell them makeup. So you're making money off of it and you can help people.
Yeah.
I mean, all the
and form friendships, which I love that.
Yep. All the people that have messaged you like, my anniversary's coming up and I haven't worn makeup in 10 years and I don't want to look like a clown for my husband, stuff like that,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that means so much to you. I think it's cool.
Well, and just building the team of girls that I have, I have a few girls with special needs and they've reached out to me and talked about how this company has helped them just get out of their comfort zone and really help them build their confidence. And so that's huge for me too. I mean, these girls, and even me being a plus size girl, like you don't think of the beauty world as having plus size, someone who's plus size being number one in sales for a makeup company. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? So that's not a special need, but it's out of the norm. And I just think that's so cool.
I mean, you're like a plus size minus some.
I mean, I am, but I'm still.
What are you down now?
I'm still way plus size. I'm down.
I wouldn't go way.
Yeah, I'm way. Let's see what the BMI says. I'm down 72 pounds. I'm at a stall right now, which is pretty typical.
That happens. Your second stall.
It is my second stall. I've been stalled this time like 5 days now, but I'm not stressed about it because I know it'll just pick right back up again. The
last time you stalled was at like 50? Was it 50 pounds?
Yeah, it was like 3 months out, and I stalled for like 13 days.
Oh, well, you had that down to the number, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it was a little stressful the first time. You're like, oh my gosh, I just went through all this, and this is all I'm going to lose. Like, that's all running through your mind, Yeah.
It costs how much for this many pounds?
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
So this time I'm like, yeah, it'll just start picking up again. I'm good with it. I know it'll happen. Because I know I'm doing the right stuff.
Sure.
So.
Again, I'm proud of you for that too. Yeah.
Thanks for all your support. You always support me in everything.
Well, you always support me in everything I do. Look at this crazy life we have with podcasts and YouTube channels and everything else. And
craziness.
I'm like, Priscilla, I really need this camera to do this with.
Or when I'm working on Lipstick Mama and he's like, hey, do you think we could do a podcast tonight? Yeah. I'm like, like right now?
At 10:30 at night. Can we knock out a podcast real quick? We need to get back into it. Why not, right?
Asa obsesses about things, and so I know if I don't do it, he'll just keep talking about it. So you might as well just do it and get it over with.
I already have the next 2 podcasts recorded. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I needed the first one that got us back into it again. This is it.
I gotcha.
This is like the intro to the intro. The intro to the season 2. Gotta introduce you guys. The next 2 podcasts are pretty amazing. Our normal podcast length is going to be about 45 minutes, I think.
Okay.
It seems like a good number, and we'll have talking points. A lot of which are going to come from you guys. We want to kind of feel out what you guys are interested in. So definitely chime in. This video will also go up on YouTube because I know a lot of people are like, I can't listen to podcasts or don't have more storage on my phone or whatever. So we are going to upload the podcast onto YouTube as a video as well. So definitely feel free to comment, in the video, anything that you would like us to talk about, questions that you have, that sort of thing. We love getting ideas. We can come up with them on our own if you want us to, but we'd rather not. We'd rather talk about what
you guys want to know.
Want to know. Yeah. 100%. 100%. We also need intro music. I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the podcast for those that may have tuned out. I need a musician.
Nobody's tuned out.
You don't think? Everybody's still here? Okay. Do you hear anybody?
In my live feeds, I'd be like, throw up some hearts if you're still here.
That's the sounds of everybody leaving. Okay, so.
Oh, boy. He's got a whole soundboard, you guys. Crickets.
I do. Okay, so here is what I need from you guys. If there are musicians out there, we're looking for an intro and an out, or just an intro. Maybe both. Maybe one, somebody else does the other one, whatever. I would love to get some nice intro music. Something cool. A few seconds long.
Yeah.
From AM to PM. No, nothing like that. Don't do that. But,
I think it needs to be more hip hop.
Yeah?
Yeah. Maybe even beatbox.
Wow. That's aggressive for nearly 40-year-old parents of 2.
We're hip, though. That's what the kids told me last week.
Oh, yeah?
They were like,
that's just because we know what TikTok is.
I'm so glad y'all know what TikTok is. My parents wouldn't even know what it is, much less have an account for it.
I mean, my TikTok's got like 5,000 people on it, just saying.
I mean, and mine's got like 2,800.
Yeah,
So it's pretty good for an old lady who can't do any of the dances.
That's what we need to do. We need to practice.
I want to do the cowboy dance so bad.
Do you want to practice tonight after the podcast?
Sure, I have nothing else going on. Let me just add that to my Asa-do list.
No, just joking. I want to go to bed too. Okay, that's it for this podcast, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Next time, I got to cut the next 2. Pretty special. Yay. Pretty special. We have some special guests.
I haven't even heard them.
One of them's a total surprise. I found it. It's a surprise. Somebody's been playing around with our podcasting equipment. A couple young people. So you're going to love that. All right. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.